Welcome to part 2 of this Football Manager 2018 experiment where we're seeing if Australia can win the World Cup with Messi and Ronaldo. In part 1 I simulated the 2018 World Cup 5 times. Messi and Ronaldo both contributed heavily and played very well with the rest of the Australian team. They progressed from the group stage 3 times. They reached the quarterfinals once where they were knocked out by Russia. Overall quite promising compared to the Saudi Arabian and Tunisian experiments. So we're going to simulate the World Cup 5 more times today. Hopefully we can see even more from Australia. Wow, in this particular experiment we're seeing some unusual winners. Russia have won the World Cup on penalties against France. Lionel Messi featuring there on the average rating list. I don't know if that means Australia were knocked out in the group stage, but he had a very good group stage performance. I don't know. We'll look now. In fact, let's have a look at the group stages to see the 6th simulation, whether Australia managed to get out the group. They did. They finished top ahead of eventual finalists and runners-up France. Amazing achievement. 6 points. They did lose a game, but they went through, which is just magnificent. In the second round, though, they lost against Croatia again. Just like the 5th simulation, they weren't strong enough to get past Croatia. It was a 96th minute winner from Kramaric. That is really harsh. Ronaldo managed to get them back in it, by the way, because Mandzukic and Perisic made it 2-0 to Croatia. Ronaldo scored a first goal for Australia. Reece Williams got the equaliser, and then Brad Smith sent off in the 96th minute, and Croatia took advantage of it. No Messi. Is he injured? Not another injury for Messi. This just seems annoying. Ronaldo played up front as a result, but why does he keep getting injured? Really annoying. Let's have a look then. He did score in the first game. So Ronaldo hat-trick and Messi with 1 goal to thrash Denmark 4-1. Messi didn't get injured in this game. He scored against France, but it was only a consolation goal in the end. Well, it wasn't really. It was an equaliser, and Martial scored a 91st minute winner. So they could have grabbed a point with that Messi goal if it wasn't for a late goal from Martial, who's doing very well in these simulations despite not making the real French squad. I've obviously not updated all the real squads. I'm not sure there's an easy way to do that, to be honest, using the FM18 editor, so we just have to leave it up to fate, the teams. Against Peru, it was a really good 3-1 win. Ronaldo got involved with a goal. But did Messi not play? Did he get injured? Yeah, Messi got injured in the France game. So he scored and got injured. So he missed out on the Peru game. And he missed out, unfortunately, in the knockout game against Croatia. Was it a bad injury? Would he have missed the whole tournament, in fact? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, I think he would have. Well, yeah, he's still got 3 weeks to go, hasn't he? So it was a tournament-ending injury against France, which really had a detrimental effect on them, I think, going into that Croatia game, but they only just lost, so they put up a good fight. So in the 7th simulation, Belgium managed to beat Colombia 2-0 in the final. Lecky featuring on the average rating list. He also got 4 assists, the joint highest in the competition. So it's not just about Messi and Ronaldo. Australia has some very good players, and hopefully they're getting the best out of the likes of Lecky, because Lecky's playing with a world-class player. Australia did qualify from Group C once again. France won every single game, but Australia with a win and a draw. They scored 4 goals and conceded 3 to go through to the knockout rounds. But once again, they fell at the second round stage for the 4th time now. They've lost twice against Argentina and twice against Croatia at this stage. The teams coming from Group D are just a bit too strong for them, aren't they? They're not getting a good draw, unfortunately. Messi did score in this game. They actually were 2-1 up at this point, but Argentina fought back with 2 goals in the first half, and then the game died in the second half by the looks of it. Ronaldo and Messi both played very well, but it just wasn't quite good enough, was it? So let's have a look at how all the individual games from Australia and the tactics they played. So Messi up front this time with Ronaldo on the left, and that seems to be more the case, really. Messi up front with Ronaldo on the left, whereas of course with Saudi Arabia and Tunisia we've seen it the other way around, and Ronaldo's bagged a lot of goals as a result. But this way around, although individually the players aren't performing perhaps as well, they're not getting as well, Ronaldo's not getting as many goals, team wise it seems to be working better. It might just be because Australia are a better team, have better players, but they're getting out the group nearly every single time, aren't they, as a result of playing this system with Messi up front. I think he just seems to get the best out of everyone else when he's up front in that position. less selfish perhaps. But anyway, in the first game, they beat Denmark. The only win of the World Cup, actually. A 3-0 win against Denmark. Ronaldo and Messi both getting a goal. Against France, they lost 2-0. Messi, another injury. What is going on there? And he was still injured for the Peru game, but he played anyway. And unfortunately, it did inhibit him. He had a bad game, as did Ronaldo over 6.3. But it was enough to get a draw, thanks to an own goal. And they went through to face Argentina, where, of course, we saw Messi score, but they weren't quite good enough to beat his actual nation. So in the 8th simulation, Spain beat Belgium on penalties, but prepare yourself. It's a disappointment for Australia this time around. We've seen them fail to qualify 3 times now. They finished bottom of Group C with 0 points. I don't know what went wrong in this simulation, but they lost 3-1 against Peru, lost 2-0 against France, and 5-2 against Denmark, who topped the group with all 3 wins. 3 goals scored, 10 conceded. It was not a happy tournament for Australia. This is the tactic they deployed. They played Messi behind Ronaldo, and it didn't work for them. It just didn't work. And Messi and Ronaldo failed to score at the tournament. I think that's the first time we've seen both of them fail to score. But yeah, real disappointment from both players. Ronaldo got injured in the last game against Peru, but maybe Messi behind Ronaldo just doesn't work, because we've seen it here fail miserably. In the 9th simulation, Belgium beat Brazil in the final to win the World Cup. Still no Australia featuring in the final, I'm afraid. I'm not sure we're going to get it. I think if I simulated about 100 times, Australia would eventually win it with Ronaldo and Messi, but it's just a case of it's not common. I think it shows that with Messi and Ronaldo, Australia still wouldn't have a realistic chance of winning the World Cup, according to Football Manager. However, they did get through Group C this time around with a win, a draw and a loss to go through in 2nd place, but Argentina stand in their way again. What's going to happen in the 2nd round? They've lost 4-1. It's a pretty poor defeat this time around. Rogic with a goal, Ronaldo with an assist. No, is there no Messi again? Why does he keep getting injured? It's ridiculous. Football Manager, Messi doesn't even get injured that much in real life, nor does Ronaldo really. They both are quite fit. They don't get injured. And how many times have we seen them get injured? In particular Messi during these simulations. I don't understand how he keeps getting injured. Maybe it's someone like Jedinak flying into him in training or something like that. No, it's most of the injuries have been in matches, haven't they? But yeah, Australia to fail to reach the quarterfinals again. This is the tactic they went with. Of course, we can't see Messi. Where is Messi? There he is. Oh, he's not in the team. I suppose it's now the end of the World Cup, so he was injured for the actual 2nd round match, of course. 0-0 draw against Denmark to kick things off. Not a great result. Messi didn't play very well. Ronaldo did. Against France, Messi got injured, and Ronaldo played badly. Ronaldo with a hat-trick, though, to send Australia through with 4 points. Great hat-trick against Peru. But, of course, in the 2nd round, they failed to do anything. But yeah, Messi injured in this tournament essentially. And finally, in the last simulation, Brazil beat France in the final. Have Australia managed to get past the group stage again? Let's have a look then. They did. 2nd place, once again, a win, a draw and a loss with 4 points to go through ahead of Peru. But this time around, they had to face Croatia in the 2nd round. And they can't seem to beat Argentina or Croatia to get through to the next round, can they? They've beaten Argentina once, to be fair. But let's have a look. 2nd round then. They beat Croatia. They beat Croatia to go through to the quarterfinals. They've beaten Argentina and Croatia once now to get through to the quarterfinal stage of the World Cup. And Messi sent them through with 2 goals. I mean, it went to penalties, but Ronaldo and... Oh, Messi missed a penalty. Ooh. Yeah, he's not the best at penalties, is he? But he did score 2. He scored a 95th minute goal in extra time to get an equaliser and send it to penalty. So he did his bit, and Ronaldo did the rest from the penalty spot. And Messi picked up man of the match, as you can see there, with 2 goals. So they're through to the quarterfinals after defeating Croatia. What happened in the quarterfinals then? Let's have a look. Morocco of all teams to beat Australia. They've lost against Russia and Morocco in the quarterfinals. They have bottled it. They really have. The biggest... they've played the easiest team in the quarterfinals both times, and they've lost both of them. Australia, why have you done this to us? Like I said, if I was to simulate this 100 times, I think they would make it through to a final eventually. But then again, I think Australia would make it through to a final anyway. Although we didn't really see it in my 100 simulations video, did we? So it would take a long time to simulate the World Cup and see an Australia without Messi and Ronaldo get through. But I think it would probably take 50 attempts or something like that to see them reach the final with Messi and Ronaldo. But this is so disappointing. Lecky sent off in the 61st minute. He's let his country down. Messi didn't play very well. And is Ronaldo injured? Why is there so many injuries? This time Ronaldo gets injured. He's not there, is he? Football Manager, you just seem to hate me at the moment. You're ruining my experiments. I want to see Australia go all the way. But it wasn't to be. They've reached the quarterfinals, which in a way it's worse than Tunisia. Tunisia finished 4th, but I like the consistency from Australia to reach the second round at least 7 out of 10 times. That is impressive. In real life, it's very likely that Australia will be knocked out in the group stage. So to get out the group 7 out of 10 times is pretty impressive. Messi had a good tournament, by the way. 3 goals. Ronaldo didn't play well. In the first game, he only got 6.6. It was a 0-0 draw against Denmark. 2-0 defeat against France. Ronaldo and Messi missing once again. But Messi sent them through to the second round with a goal and a 9.0 performance. And then, of course, against Croatia, this is where Ronaldo picked up his injury. He was able to score from the penalty spot, of course, in the penalty shootout. But he was injured for the quarterfinal against Morocco. And a red card let Australia down. And they couldn't get any further. So this is how the Australia experiment ends. Ronaldo wins the stats war again, getting 17 goals to Messi's 14. They actually both got 6 assists. Ronaldo was a lot more creative in this World Cup due to being played in other positions, I suppose. Messi, I think, overall was better. And if it wasn't for being injured in the ninth simulation and being injured at various points throughout, then perhaps he'd have scored a few more. I was impressed with him. I think his average rating, if we'd calculated it, would have been higher than Ronaldo's. But they both played very well. The main thing is they played well together. And they got Australia working well. They were only knocked out in the group stage 3 times, which I think is quite impressive. But Croatia and Argentina was very tricky to get past in that second round, and they missed out on 5 occasions as a result. But when they did get past them in the quarterfinals against easier opposition than Croatia and Argentina, they went and lost. They went and bottled it. It wasn't helped by injuries, let's be fair, but still, so disappointing at that point. But I think overall Australia have been the best team out of Saudi Arabia, Tunisia and Australia. Next up, I'm going to do one video special with England. I'm going to simulate the World Cup with Messi and Ronaldo's English players, and I'm going to see how long it takes them to win it. I don't think it would take too long because England have a better squad than the 3 teams we have already used, and adding 2 world-class players to it, Harry Kane, Messi, Ronaldo, either side, that's going to destroy teams, surely. We'll see how quickly they can win the World Cup in that video. But until next time, enjoy FM18, enjoy the World Cup. I'll see you very soon.